Good morning, good evening, good whatever it is, wherever you are. Hi, this is my reindeer. Let me start that a bit better. I work at Lincolnshire Wildlife Park and we have two reindeers. This is Lexi and he has come into shed, or he did do in October. Now it looks gruesome, really gruesome, but it's not, don't worry. Don't panic. All this fur on the top of his antlers is supposed to come off. They do this every single year, so they grow their antlers in throughout the year, and then around October time, all the fur starts to shed off, and it looks like this. It looks gross. It's called velvet, and it used to have blood supply running to it. It doesn't anymore, but it does still stain red on the antlers to begin with, which is why it looks gruesome. Now, you might be asking, why is Lexi banging his head into a tree? I'll give you 3 guesses. No, I won't. So what he's doing is he's rubbing his antlers on the bark of, well, I say the tree. This is a rosehip bush. I'm not sure why he took a particular disliking to this bush. Although Boomer's copying now, look. Now, Boomer's a female and she loses her velvet a little bit later in the year, so hers aren't looking quite as gross as Lexi's are. But anyway, he's rubbing his antlers all over the rosehip to shed all the velvet off. It just helps in the process. Some bits do get stuck though, and he comes to me and he asks me for help. But the majority he can do himself absolutely fine by destroying the wildlife. Don't worry, we've got plenty of trees in the enclosure that he can do this with. This isn't the only rosehip that he's destroying right now. Now, funnily enough, I've never caught this particular process on video before, and I'm not sure why Boomer decided to join in, but as soon as Lexi started, she was like, it's time. It's not her time yet. She's playing. Whereas Lexi, as you can see, like, it comes off in big clumps, but Lexi's time has come for his antlers to be shedded. Now, it does irritate him, which is how he knows. It's more like it just needs to be off sort of vibe. Do you know where you wear a jumper for a bit too long and you feel a bit hot? That's kind of what it feels like for him. So you can see the bit of old skin that's underneath there, but like I said, it doesn't hurt him at all because everything's already dead. And it comes off in big chunks. We keep a couple for obviously educational purposes to show you guys, but it comes to a certain point where he does need a little bit of help, and you just give it a good tug. There we go, good tug, and it comes straight off. And afterwards, and after sort of a couple of weeks, his antlers start to look way more like antlers again, because this looks gross. This is not what you want on the top of your roof delivering presents. This would not be a good sight. There we go, a couple of weeks later, nice solid sturdy bone antlers. Not sure what else they'd be made out of, but here we go. They're looking nice and clean and ready for Christmas. He's such a good boy, bless him. He did so good this year.